Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a haul of the things we purchased while we were in Israel. It's a little bit chaotic around me. Couldn't find my normal camera, so I'm having to use my vlogging camera and just trying to balance it on my tripod, so you may be a little skew with. And it is also ridiculously hot in here because today is a very humid day out, so my hair's a bit unruly as well. But let's put all that aside and let's show you the bits we bought. And if you can hear a little noise in the background, it's because there's fans on in the other rooms. But yeah, let's get cracking. So I'll start with the bits that we got sort of in anticipation of the trip and at the airport. So I picked up a few books. I got a gift card for my birthday and I also picked one up at the airport. So I'm just going to fly through these really quickly. I got The Dark by Emma Houghton. This is the one that I'm about to start reading, I think. Or I'm going to start reading What You Are Looking For is in the Library by that author. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher it if I try and say it. So I got those. And then this one I read on holiday in like a day. It's Emergency Admissions by Kit Wharton. So I read that. I also read on holiday Station Eternity by Mer Lafferty. And my Goodreads is down below if you want to sort of find out what I thought of these. And then the book I picked up at the airport was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Really enjoyed this. Best book I read on holiday, and would like to pick up her second book because I enjoyed this so much. At some point I probably will do a book wrap up on what I thought of those. So those I got sort of to take on the trip and to read that I bought at the airport. Next we'll move on to perfumes. So I was running fairly low on the perfume that I took with me, and I knew it wouldn't last the whole trip, and we always like to have a scent to sort of commemorate the trip. I can remember perfume. I've got like a Moschino one from when we went to Poland, a Marc Jacobs one when we went to Mexico, and then the Wild Bluebell from Jo Malone reminds me of Disney and our last trip. So that's what I intended on buying, was the Wild Bluebell, and I love sort of the packaging of these. Let me open it up. And so I did end up getting the sort of, is it the 90ml one? I wasn't intending to buy the big one, but you know they always like sucker you into it and be like, you get money off. Darren had bought an aftershave, which I'll show you, and Darren's quite an enabler and he was like, just get it because you'll use it up. So I got that. The one Darren got was this one. This is one of the Huntsman ones, I believe. Let me see if I can pull it out and see what it says. Whiskey and Cedarwood is the one that he got, and I think these Huntsman ones are a little bit more expensive, but he'll be very pleased I've recorded this so he can start using it now. So yeah, he got that one. And then there was another fragrance that it's been on my radar for a while, and I was umming and ahhing between this and the Bluebell, and I was like, I'm not sure that's as sort of light as I want for our holiday. This is more of like a darker scent, I would say. It's still fruity and a little bit floral, but it's definitely sort of a deeper scent than the Wild Bluebell. Darren was like, just get it. So I was like, don't mind if I do. And that is Blackberry and Bay. And this was actually the perfume that I wore all throughout the trip. So now this makes me think of Israel and being away, which is really nice. And yeah, it's got a fruitiness with the blackberry. I'm not quite sure what bay is. I'm assuming it's like bay leaf. So yeah, that was my scent of the trip and I really enjoy it. So now I'm just going to pick random things that are next to me. Let's start with some of the sort of freebies or like leaflets and bits that I picked up. So we went to the Western Wall, the Wailing Wall, and they had little prayer books that you could take, if I hold it the right way up, that you could take to pray with, and so yeah, I can't read any Hebrew, but I'm always down for a freebie, and like this was something to commemorate our time sort of going there. The other thing I got on a similar vein, it was the one from our hotel. So they had these out every Saturday for Shabbos, and yeah, it says Hilton Tel Aviv, so it's kind of like a memento to remind us of where we stayed. So I got that. What else? And then we've got this. This was at Vad Hashem, which is the Holocaust Museum in Jerusalem. They had a exhibition on photography during the Holocaust, so took that leaflet. And then I have kept like our boarding passes. We flew with Virgin this time, which I've not done for maybe a decade, and I've got our train passes as well. I really think that I might start getting into like scrapbooking, because I save all these mementos and I feel it'd be quite nice to present them in some sort of book. So move on to the things we got the dogs. So we got them these two little camels, and what I will say is if you can get anything while you're out and about, whether it be in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, wherever you stay, try and get it there as opposed to the airport. Do not leave it for the airport, because this was like triple the cost of what this was when we bought it in Jerusalem. So yeah, we've got this little one, and then we got the big one which has Israel on it. So yeah, we got them those. We did see a couple of camels whilst we were there. One book I did get was when we were at Yad Vashem. Like I said, it's the Holocaust Memorial Centre Museum, and it's free to enter there, and they had a little bookshop, and I obviously wanted to pick up a book, and this is Stolen Youth, 5 Women's Survival in the Holocaust. So I thought that would be quite interesting to see it through all these women's point of view. This was, I think, 78 shekels, which I think is about like £15 maybe. Should we have a look? Hey Siri, how much is 78 shekels in Great British pounds? Yeah, so this is about £16, which is fine. I was under the thought of, you know, anything you buy there goes back into the museum, which I think is a really valid reason to buy anything there. Obviously you can make donations, but all the books that they had in this bookshop are all sort of published by the museum themselves. There is another gift shop right at the end, and it has a lot of fiction and non-fiction Holocaust related books that, like, you might have seen, you know, all the sort of more well-known ones like The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, Night, all those sort of books, but I was really interested to pick one up that was sort of published by the museum. Okay, let's move on to clothes. So I didn't get too many pieces of clothing. I got this one. We went into a shopping mall, and I'll leave a link or a little note of what it was called, but we went in there and had an American Eagle, which I knew was there, and I really wanted to see if I could find any jeans, but you know what, they didn't have any short sizes. It was all regular length, so I was kind of disappointed about that. But what I did pick up was this cropped button up shirt. It's kind of like a light blue and like a cream colour. It's not like a pristine white, and in some lights the blue almost looked grey, sort of in the changing rooms. This was 129 shekels. Hey Siri, what's 129 shekels in Great British pounds? So this was about £27, which is sort of typical of American Eagle. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but it's like a cropped button up. I thought it was really cute. Then Darren picked up these. So when we were in Tel Aviv, one day we went and walked down to the port, and I think they have some sort of like outlet shops, and they had some sports shops, and the boys were really invested on getting some Israel football kits. But you know what, it's really hard to find authentic Israel shirts. Like even at the airport they didn't have anything, and they had like a JD Sports and there was nothing there. So we went in the Puma store. Darren got these. He really wanted the shirt, but they only had like one size left, and he let my dad have it. But so he got these shorts. Again, he'll be pleased he can start wearing these now. White shorts though, aren't they a bit of a no-go from a woman's perspective? But he picked up those. And then this is the shirt. Me and my dad both got matching ones. I got it in a size small. And this, I think, is the 22-23 Israel football shirt. And I liked it because it was fairly plain. You know, you've just got Israel on the front. you've got the logo there, and on the back you've got the Israeli flag, and I just liked it. It was simple, and I think this could be styled really nicely sort of in trousers and jeans, that sort of thing. You know, that sporty look is sort of coming around again, and with that colour I could always wear it to like a West Ham game as well, because it's blue. So yeah, and then Darren got this top finally, which is this khaki IDF shirt. So if you don't know, the IDF is the Israeli Defense Force, and you know, we're big supporters of the IDF, and we saw loads of teenagers and young adults sort of going around on their travels, and there with all their guns, and it's really quite a sight to see. It's really quite impressive, and so Darren got this to sort of show his support for them, so got that. The other thing I got in Puma was this jacket, which I love and can't wait to start wearing. I think it's going to be really nice for this transitional period where it's occasionally showering, but it's still too hot for any sort of jacket. And it is this cropped, sort of waterproof. Again, I'm not sure how well you're seeing it. It doesn't have a hood, but again, it's that sporty athleisure wear. This was see, I'm not quite sure which one of those it was, but about 360 shekels. So this was £76, which was kind of pricey, and I was hesitant to get it, but obviously I got it, so that was that. Oh, let me show you the other freebie we bought back. So in our room we were supplied with lots of lovely Ahava, which is a Dead Sea water brand. Obviously we went to the Dead Sea whilst we were there, and I was sort of collecting these all day from our room. I really loved the shower gel, and so I've got quite a few of those, but we've got a shampoo and conditioner, and there is a lotion in here somewhere, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure if I even brought any of the lotion back because I didn't really like the smell of it. So I think it is just shampoo, conditioner, and a lot of shower gel. Like, literally, I was saving it every day. I got that as my memento for the Dead Sea, shall we say. Okay, so then I've got this bag, and this is stuff, well, it's a combination of stuff in here, but the bag itself is from when we went to Masada, which is, you can kind of see it on the front there, but it is ruins of when a Jewish settlement set up at the top of this mountain and they fought off the Roman Empire. So that was really interesting. It was not something I'd heard of before we went away. So in here we have a lot of knickknacks of various things, so let's have a look. So we've got this badge, which is, it just says Israel on it with the flag. Obviously I collect pins, so had to get that. Is there anything in this? Oh, Darren got a necklace. He actually got this when we were in Jerusalem. We had a tour guide and she took us to the shop. Obviously she knows this guy quite well, so we felt like we could sort of trust him with his prices and things, and Darren got just a plain sort of Star of David. I think he thinks he wants to get sort of a longer chain because that's quite a girly chain, so I might take the chain, but he got that mainly for the pendant. When we were in Tel Aviv, we went to the Carmel Market, I think it's called, and I picked up these two little pouches. I thought they were very cute. You can find a lot of different designs of these sort of all over the place. There's a loose string there, but so yeah, I got those two. I love anything blue and white, and with like the Hamza hand and the evil eye, so I picked those up. I then got two bookmarks. I did get one for a friend, so I won't show you that one, but the one I got was this one, and it's kind of like a woven fabric material, and then it's got, I did look it up because I don't, like I said, I don't speak Hebrew, so I wanted to make sure I knew what it said. So this is made up of two letters of the alphabet, so, and I'm probably not going to pronounce this right, Shek and Yod, forming the word Chai, meaning alive or living. So I got that, and like I said, I got one for a friend as well. Another badge I got was this one, and I like this one because it had multiple sort of symbols on it. So you've got obviously a menorah, the Star of David, and that kind of looks like one of those Christian fish. I'm not quite sure if that's what it's intended for, but I am half Jewish, half Christian, so pick that up. Some jewellery, I picked this one up. This was 45 shekels, and I'm not overly keen on this chain, so I'll probably swap it actually onto that chain that Darren won't use. And it's a little Hamza hand with a little blue eye in it. So I got that. Obviously, for most of the time I wore this Star of David. Am I in focus? Yeah. So this one is actually from Tiffany's. I really like it because it's not sharp. Obviously, it's a star, but it's not sharp, so I can wear it sort of all the time. In here, I have a few other bits I got. So I got this little pendant. This was a little bit more because it is sterling silver, and it's got some little sort of diamond aspect to it. Obviously, not real diamonds, but I got that so I could glitz up a little bit more. And then this necklace I also got, which I really liked, and something sort of I've not seen before, and it's kind of got multiple little Stars of David on it. So yeah, that was really cute, and I got that. Okay, we then got some magnets, of course. Darren picked this one out. Says Shalom on it. So we got that, and it's kind of looks like a little plate. And then the one I picked out was this one, and we actually do have another one on our fridge because it was a spare one. That's like a generic Israel. If I can remember, I'll take a picture of it or a little video clip. But I got this one. It's like a little ceramic hand. And I got this at the Masada gift shop. I actually thought the Masada gift shop was really good. They had a lot of items, a lot of sort of what looked to be like handcrafted items. So if you like that vibe, I thought it was a good place to go. And they also have like an area of Dead Sea products, but obviously they like get a commission there from it. So we got those. Another magnet we got was actually of Masada. So this was 24 shekels, which, let's see how much that is. So this was £5, so not that bad. But we got this of Masada, and I actually thought this had the Dead Sea on it, but it's kind of just the Dead Sea in the background. But it shows like Masada on top of the hill, and the cable car, you have to get up to it, and then some more of the ruins. So we picked one of those up. We got one for my mum as well, and a lot of these have biblelandgifts.com on the back, so maybe you can find some bits there if you've returned from a trip, or you went historically and never picked something up. You might be able to find a little item off there. What else? Oh, I got a mezuzah. So a mezuzah, if you don't know, holds prayers, and I knew I really wanted to get a mezuzah whilst we were there. You can get them with or without the prayers in them. Most of them come without the prayers. We do have a mezuzah already. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy a prayer for this one and put it up somewhere else in the house, or because you can put them on every door frame except certain doorways, or if I'm just going to wait until our other one sort of needs replacing. I'm not sure, but I got this one, and you could literally find them in every design, every style, something to fit anyone really. So I got this one because I quite like the blue. As you can see, there's a bit of a running theme with the blue, and that was 79 shekels. So another thing I knew I wanted to get was some sort of artwork, or like, you know, some piece of art. And again, I think I got this at Masada. This was also 79 shekels, and it's just a Hamza hand, and you can hang up if you want, or sort of maybe use it as a coaster. So there's that option. And then from Masada I also got this pouch. This was 43 shekels, a bit larger, but it says Jerusalem on it. And I just really like this woven fabric look. I definitely got a lot of souvenirs. Like, I always want to buy souvenirs wherever we go, but I felt really spiritually connected to this trip, and I knew I wanted to commemorate it in various different ways. One thing I knew I wanted to get was a Hanukkah. So there were menorahs and Hanukkahs everywhere. Hanukkah has the extra spot for a candle for Hanukkah, and that's at the moment is sort of the only time we really light candles is for Hanukkah. We don't really do it for Shabbat or Shabbos, however you want to say it. And I saw this and I thought it was really, really pretty. Very different to the one we already have. Again, it's got the blue and the white in it. And yeah, I just thought it was really, really nice. It's got little rubber bits on the feet as well. So yeah, and this is by this brand, if I can get that to focus. So if you are interested, and I'm not sure how much this was, but it was fairly reasonable, so I was pleased with that. And then I've got some couple more bits in this bag. This was actually a bag I got on Vinted. You can find them all over like TikTok and Etsy at the moment, but let's get the final few bits out. Oh, just found the piece my camera was looking for. Slightly concerned where my other camera's gone, but it must be here somewhere. So when we went to Sept or Tzvat, however you want to say it, and we went to this shop, which is Sept Candles, and there's someone there making candles. They do have a website, and they literally had any type of candle you could imagine. They had the ones to light on Shabbos, they had Hanukkah candles, they had just fun decorative ones, they had, you know, ones in glass jars, and we did end up buying those as gifts, just all sorts. So I really wanted to get some more candles for Hanukkah, because we usually need to replace them every sort of year and a half, and where better place to get them, support sort of a local business, and these are the ones we got because they are claret and blue like West Ham, and it says 45 kosher candles. Doesn't say how much this was, but yeah, we got that. And then the final thing I got was a matchbox holder, because I thought these were so cute, and a really nice way to have your matches out but look more decorative. And I really had to remember to put all of this in our hold cases and not take it on carry on. But yeah, basically it's just got like a glass element stuck to a matchbox. So I got the one for extra long matches because those are the ones that I prefer to use, and we'll just keep refilling this as we go, because I think this is like stuck on. I could, you know, take this off and stick it to someone else, but I think I'll leave it like that. And if you were that sort of bothered, you could sort of paint the side of it, but I thought that was cute. So I think that is everything that we ended up getting. So a lot of sort of house gifts, things for the home. I thoroughly enjoyed this trip, and hopefully you would have seen some of the vlogs, if not all of them by now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing what we picked up, and it gives you sort of an idea of what you can pick up if you end up going to Israel. And I will see you very soon. Bye guys.